Mm. Thank you for being here and welcome, welcome, welcome to your practice. All right, so let's start with just sitting as you are. If you need to adjust anything, change the cross of your legs. This is a different sit. This is Siddhasana, where you line up the heel to heel. And if you're open in the hips and that works for you, you might like that. If not, don't worry about it. And we'll just start with the hands resting. Just find your length. Close your eyes. And invite in this moment of stillness. Feel it, feel your breath. Let a little smile come in. Even visioning yourself or seeing yourself as you are, just seated on your mat, the very beginning of your practice. And just before we bring the palms together, just acknowledge that you have carved out this time and this space to simply be, to move, to breathe, to feel, to enjoy. And into that, friends, inhale. As you exhale, join your palms together in front of your heart, bow your chin with great resonance and devotion for everything you offer yourself right here, right now, and for this next bit of time we have together. And open practice and chant Om 3 times. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale this breath completely. And inhale fully to begin. Bow your chin. Place your hands on your thighs, lift your chin, and open your eyes. Okay, so we're going to start on your backs, and I'm going to start with the blanket roll. So however you want to roll your blanket, if you make it nice and long, I was going to say let's go smaller, but let's actually, now I'm thinking we'll stay with this long side. And what I'm going to do is I fold it not quite all the way to the end, and then I'll just roll it from there. Okay, so let's start with this, and I'll have the seam side away from me. No, I'm going to switch it. Sorry, seam side is coming in, and the open side is out, and you know this one. So I just take it in. Could be far away, could be right close, and you'll just lie back, and then you can reach up, grab that little end, and just tuck it under. Make a little supply for a little pillow for your head. We'll take the arms out, and you might feel a little discomfort at the tips of the shoulder blades just resting in there. Let's see if you can be okay with that for a few breaths. So I just have my knees bent for balance. I'm going to walk the feet apart. And if you like to bring the knees together, you can do that. Good, we'll just settle in. Good. So just take a nice mindful breath in. And open your mouth, side out. Okay, we're going to take the arms up to the sky and then just cross them over. Let's start with maybe the left arm in front of the right. And let your, give yourself that little hug. So the hands might hold the shoulders or the shoulder blades. And just try to keep your elbows so they're anchoring down towards the chest. You don't have to press so hard, but the tendency is they kind of want to fall over the eyes. So just draw it down. And then if you feel stable enough to just start to rock a little bit side to side over this blanket roll. And again, it doesn't need to be a very big movement. You're just really feeling in the rocking, softening. And making your way back to the center. Good. And then just take your hands and slide them so you're holding onto your upper arms. Let them slide until you catch hold of your elbows. Good. And then inhale here. And as you exhale, start to take these arms maybe up and over your head, if that is okay. So there's a bit of a drop here. If it's no good, just modify for yourself. And for those of you who enjoyed class last night, then here with the arms over the head, this little lift. Let's fill up your sacred container. Feel the breath moving into parts opened here to receive. And so just nice, easy breathing. Okay, and let's just take 2 more breaths. And then you'll bring your arms back up. And once they're up, just separate your arms out to the sides once again in this beginning place. And just take 2 breaths. Let them be meaningful. You really fill yourself up. And you release. Okay, before we switch sides, I'm just going to take the left palm and turn it down. Separate your knees and make your, put your feet in a place where you're still supported. So they might be nice and wide. I'm going to take the right hand and the left knee and bring them into center. And just see if you can catch hold of your left knee or just reach here. So you just have the knee in, the arm out. And I'm just going to rock this left knee. And again, it's just maybe moving like 2 inches one way, 2 inches the other way. Not a huge movement. Good. Okay, so just feel that, whatever is happening. And then we'll bring it to center and release. Set the left foot down, the right arm out. And turn the left palm up, right palm down. And take the left hand and the right knee in, whatever this is. So holding it or not, maybe swaying side to side a little bit. Just being with the imbalance. As if you're almost, offering your back this deep massage. Good. Okay, and then bring it to center and release. Turn your palms up, rest in here. Good. Take your arms up and cross them over, right arm over the left this time. Be here for a few moments. If the swaying or the rocking, massaging, side to side wants to come in, let that be. Okay. And then bringing it to center. And you'll take your hands and just slide them up the upper arms till you grab the elbows. We'll inhale. As you exhale, start to bring these arms up and over your head. Okay. Wherever this goes for you, you can modify so you nurture yourself. And then just take a few big breaths into this opening container. Good. One more breath. Maybe you sigh it out. Good. And then we'll lift the arms up. We're just going to open them up to the sky. Just keep your hands separated, arms separated, shoulder distance apart. And I'm going to move into a little bit of baby cat-cow here. So you'll just lift your hips up, and we press into the blanket roll, and then let the hips come down. And as the hips come down, we'll let the hands just kind of drop towards the thighs or just reaching. So you'll inhale, lift the hips, maybe the arms move past that 90 degree to come over your head. And exhale, release the arms towards the thighs as you lower the hips. Just do that a few times. Now just find your own little motion of your ocean. You could lift the hips up as high as you like. Good. Just receiving this. You might even feel like the spine is gently peeling off as you lift the hips, and then you might be able to go a little higher. Good. Okay, I'm going to do two more. So just find whatever, whatever you're doing, be very present to that. Good. And as we finish, I'm just finishing up this second one. Good. Okay, then we're just going to roll over to your side, any side. Reach behind, just take this blanket roll out and just lay the blanket roll over your tummy as you come onto your back. Just receive, this lying down, nice grounding feeling. Good. Okay, I'm going to keep the blanket here. It has opened a little bit, and you can open it. I'm going to bring both knees into the chest and just use this blanket roll as a maybe a thigh extender, just to get a little bit of pressure into this belly area. And so as you hug your knees, you might rock side to side, just massage. Good. Okay. And then I'll bring it into center. I'm going to take my hands down, the shins, just wherever they're going to go, a little bit there. Flex your feet. Good. Inhale. And as you exhale, just lift your head up off the floor. So you bring your chin in, take a little bit of a neck thing, let the shoulders rest. You don't have to bring your forehead to your knees or anything like that. I'm going to interlace my fingers here just to really hug this in. Good. Okay. So I'm not going to release the head. I'm going to release the hands. And I might keep my feet in. You might put your feet on the floor. Take your hands behind your head. And then cradle the head. And as you hold the head, the elbows come in. So the arms are either side of your head. And let yourself melt in without letting the head drop. Just release yourself to the floor. So I'm just letting the shoulders drop, the head hang. Again, I still have my feet lifted, but you can have yours on the floor. Now I'm just going to start to turn the head through the hands. So the hands are doing the work just to turn the head side to side. I'm not letting the head do any of the work. Let your jaw be soft. Good. And then I'm going to bring the head to center. I'm just going to use the hands to pull the head in as much as I can. And the head is going to press back just slightly. So you're just going to wherever you feel your maximum is here. To draw the chin towards the chest. To soften through the back of the shoulders. And one more breath. And then you'll gently, lovingly lower your head down. Take your arms out. Take your arms wherever you like, over your head, down by your sides. Place your feet on the floor. Take a full breath in and out. Good. Okay. I'm going to open the palms, take the arms out to the side, and just move into the windshield wiper, side to side, as a way of kind of releasing the back. You can, even as you drop the knees to one side, the opposite foot can push away. So you just get a little bit juicier. Good. I'm just going to do a few more. Just moving your entire back. Okay, and then bring yourself back to center. I'm going to take this blanket. I'm just lifting it up. I'm just going to fold it in half. Nothing fancy, just doesn't need to be anything nice. And then we're going to put it between the thighs and squeeze the legs. Flex the feet. Okay, take your arms out to the side, palms down. And as you bring the knees, you're hugging this blanket roll, just start to move the knees in and out. The feet don't have to touch the floor, but they might. As you do this, friends, just notice your head. And if you need to put a little blanket, do that. Okay, I'm just going to do a few more. Just bringing the knees in and out. Okay, and then just come to, let's call it neutral, just sitting in a chair. So again, I'm flexing the feet. I'm going to turn my palms up just, for, I don't know, less support. If you want to put the palms down, more support. And then we'll start to drop the knees over to the right. Maybe you drop all the way, take a moment or two there. Or you just hover. And then we'll just move over to the second side. And you can put the knees on the floor or hover, breathe. Okay, and then I'm just going to move side to side without touching the floor. But, take care of yourself. If this is just drop the knees to the side, take a full breath in and out, and then do the other side, that's fine. Or you just move side to side, keep the integrity in your feet. I am also stretching my feet at the same time. So I'm pressing the heel down, lengthening through the toes. Good. Okay, I'm going to do one more on each side. Good. And the next time, I'm not going to rest in center. I'm going to take the knees all the way to one side and lovingly press up. Okay, so take your time. Good. All right. Okay, and then once you come up, let's just sit for a moment, and I'm going to sit on the tops of the feet. You sit however you like, and we'll just take a moment to just feel that. Let the body get used to now not lying on the floor, the head up. Feel this. Good. Okay, so just as you are, feel your breath. And take a breath in. Let it go. And then gently open your eyes. Okay, I'm going to take the blocks in and just bring them to the front of the mat, just so I know where they are. Okay, nice. All right, and then yogi's choice. You might want to keep your blanket for your knees. I'm just going to set mine aside. And I'm going to start with a downward facing dog. But if that's, child's pose, that's all good too. Good. So take your time and find whatever works. I'm going to separate the feet a little wider apart. You might start to sway side to side or pedal your feet. Just, welcome yourself to your dog in whatever way makes sense for you. Lifting and lowering the heels, bending the knees. Good. Nice. Okay, take one nice big breath. If you're in child's pose, you're just going to come up to hands and knees. And if you're in downward dog, I'm just going to place the left knee on the floor. Yeah. Okay. And then from here, we're just going to slide the left knee forward. Wherever it's going to go, you're just moving into this, I want to say a version of pigeon, but not really. I have the back toes are tucked under, the back leg is extended. We'll take one more breath here. Good. Okay, from here, I'm just going to come forward so I can tuck these left toes under. And then here's where you might grab your blocks, you see, because we're just boop, coming up. That's what we're doing. So you can move your blocks wherever you need. Separate your feet or just find this. It's about not a huge distance. I'm going to say about 3 feet apart. Good. Okay, just take a few moments here. If you need to bend your knee, You need to kind of welcome yourself here, like I'm bending both knees one at a time. And just feel in. Okay, we're gonna come back out the way we came in. So pause, take a breath, and then you'll start to bend the left knee, maybe the blocks, you set them in front of you, and you just keep going until the knee comes down. And once the knee comes down, then I'm gonna drop the right knee, bring the knees together, and then it's either child's pose or downward facing dog. Good. Okay, we're gonna take 3 breaths. So bring in whatever movement you like. I'm just swaying my hips side to side. Good. Okay, and then finding your way, if you're in child's pose, back to your hands and knees. I'm gonna bring the right knee down and just stretch back through the left leg as I bring the right knee forward. So it's just coming into this shape. Breathe. Okay, and then you're going to gather the blocks. If you need to put the left knee down, do that. If you need to, whatever it is. Oh, I tuck the toes under first. That makes it easier. And then come up. Find this little pyramid pose. And then, if you need to bend the knees, move a little bit here. Just feel what this is. Even swaying the hips side to side. Good. Nice. Okay, so we move into maybe 2 more breaths here. Okay, and then find your way back, down. Good. And I'm going to move right into downward dog. Good. Okay. Good. Take 2 nice big breaths. Okay, so now we're going to bring the feet towards the hands for a forward fold. And maybe it's a jump. You see how you feel. You can just give a little hop. And then you have your blocks if you need them. Use the blocks. I have my feet are not, they're quite, they're about 3, no, maybe 2.5 feet apart. Good. And then just be in this forward fold. So if you need to bend your knees or sway, drop down, blocks, no blocks. Good. Breathe here. Good. And we'll come all the way up. So first of all, I'm going to just sit down on the legs, bend the knees, head starts to lift, and then just start to rise up through the power of your legs. Take a breath here, and you drop your arms by your side and bring the hands to your heart. And one more breath. And inhale. As you exhale, release your arms down by your sides. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Then exhale, open the arms, bend the knees, sit down in your legs. Start to fold forward, take your hands to the blocks or the floor. Find your forward fold here. Good. One more breath. Okay, I'm going to keep the left foot where it is. Hands on the blocks or on the floor. I'm going to step the right foot back into this lunge, but I do have the left foot is outside of the arms. So I'm just going to turn the foot out a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Now just press. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm pushing the back, the balls of the right foot. I'm pushing into the floor. I'm lifting the right thigh. Now I'm just going to start to drop this left knee out. Wherever it goes, just be here, bring it back, just let the knee kind of move in and out. Good, okay. Then we're just gonna switch sides. So I'm gonna take the right foot, Step it forward, and then take the left foot back. So take your time, turn the right toes out a little bit, then really anchor through the back leg, like you're lifting the thigh up. And then once you have that, start to drop that right knee out. The sole of the foot might come up off the floor and bring it in. Good, breathing. Good. Okay, now step back, downward dog, or come into child's pose, all fine. Breathe here. Good. Okay. All right, we're going to take the feet forward again for forward fold. So maybe it's a jump or a step, whatever you do. Drop into your forward fold. I'm going to hold opposite elbows here like we did at the beginning. And just hang, as much as I can. I always think of this as like monkey bar play. So like you're hanging on the monkey bars, which are your legs. And one more breath. Okay, I'm going to come up again. So I'll sit down in the legs, just release the arms. Maybe they go out to the side. And then you rise up through the power of your legs. Bring your hands down in front of your heart or all the way down to rest at your sides. Take 2 breaths. 2 intentional breaths. And then inhale, open the arms out to the side, stretch your fingers. Exhale, open the arms, sit down in the legs, come back to forward fold. Slowly, lovingly, find it for yourself. Good. Okay, then hands on the floor on your blocks, so just lift your head and your heart. Okay, I'm going to step the right foot back. Good. Okay, and then just take a breath here in this pyramid. One more breath. Good. Okay, and then come back. Bring the right foot forward. Step the left foot back. Hands on the blocks or on the floor. You can bring the blocks in too. Be kind and compassionate and whatever you need. Yes, that's it. One more breath. Good. Okay, step the left foot forward. Take the right foot back. And this time we're going to lower the right knee down. So if you need to put something on there underneath your knee, do that. Good. And then with your blocks or without, we're just going to move to the front to back here. And I'm lifting up the sole of the left foot. Good. Okay. And the next time you come forward into this bent knee lunge, your hands on the blocks or on your thigh. Just find this lift. Okay, now I'm just going to bring it forward and back. So it's like this proposal pose, and you just be kind to yourself. Go slow. Feel everything that's arising. And you can keep your hands on the thigh, or if you want to lift your arms up in the air, stretch through the hands. Good. Okay, now you decide where you want to rest. So it's either forward or back. I'm going to take the left hand, grab hold of the right wrist, and just crescent the right arm over to the left. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but just taking the arm over. Now the left knee moves in a little to center. Take 2 more breaths. Good. And then release, come out. I'm coming back to pyramid pose. So that's just lifting. You can pull the left leg in, narrow it, keep it long. Hands on blocks or on the floor. Okay. This action I'm doing here now, I'm taking that right inner thigh and I'm just drawing it back. So I'm just using my hand to kind of show you what I'm doing. I'm turning that inner thigh back. One more breath. Okay, From here, guys, we're going to go to standing splits. I know it sounds intimidating. Okay, the left foot, I just pulled it back a little bit. Maybe you use your blocks. And then we're just going to lift the right leg up. And it might just go a little bit. It might go a lot. Be strong in your legs. Press the left thigh back, even if the knee is bent. You could have both knees bent. Just press out. Maybe the head extends. One more breath. Good. Okay. And then we'll bring both feet together. They don't have to touch. You can be far away. We're just moving to forward fold. You're gonna drop down. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. So there's a way to switch it. Just find whichever way you think is opposite. Don't overthink it. It's okay. Just drop in. Hang out in your legs so that you always think of this as like from the waist to the head is just water. And then you have the stability of the legs. You might even notice you feel like, oh, my back is lengthening. Okay. Now I take the hands down to the floor. I'm going to step the left foot back. Just find your pyramid pose again. Good. Okay. So again, I'm going to take this inner left thigh and just roll it back as best as I can. Okay. All right, then we come, you might put your hands on your blocks. We're going to lower the left knee down to the floor. So adjust your feet. So you find that place where you can rock front to back. So take your time. Adjust your hands, your feet, like there's so many right ways. Very few wrong ways. Your body will tell you when you're doing something wrong or something that it doesn't like. Good. Okay. Nice. And then bring the hands to the blocks or to your thigh, but change the interlace if you're doing that. And then we'll just go again front to back. And it does, it's a different movement here. I'm going slow. And then you can keep the hands on the thighs or lift them up. And I'm going to add the twist or the side bend. So find that, where do you feel the best here? And then take the right hand to grab hold of the left arm and crescent it over towards the right. The right knee will move in. Breathe here. And one more breath. Okay, release. I'm going to take the hands to the blocks, coming back to pyramid. And just lift your legs, adjust your stance. Take your time. Good. Okay. The other thing I'm doing here is also looking for balance between the feet. So I don't feel like, one foot is taking more than the other. So there is the hips almost. If you shift your hips back, the back leg takes more. If you bring the hips, take your body a little forward, you might find, oh, I feel like I'm a pyramid now. Okay, so we're going to go to standing splits. So if the right leg wants to pull back a little bit, you're going to know your hands can go forward and then just, start to lift. Maybe it's a little bit, maybe it's a lot. And we'll breathe here. Extend through your legs, press the right thigh back, open your feet, smile. Good, okay. Step your feet down to the floor, drop down again, forward fold, really opening the backs of your legs. Good. Okay. One more breath. Okay, let's come all the way up again, but sit down to rise up. So sit down, open the arms, come up, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Touch the hands over the head, bring them down through the heart space, and then rest here or drop your arms down by your sides. Okay, 2 nice big breaths. Last one. Inhale, sweep up. Open your hands or fingers. Exhale, open the arms, sit down in the legs. Slowly lower, come down, find your version of forward fold. Good, breathe here. Okay, one more breath. Okay, we're gonna find pyramid pose with stepping the right foot back, left foot's gonna stay forward. So bring your blocks in. I'm gonna take revolve triangle. So I bring the blocks, so maybe they're either side of this foot, but not right beside it, maybe the right hand is in line with the right foot and the left hand is just out a little bit. Okay, so you know this pose now. Hello, you. I know you. Okay, we're gonna keep the right hand on the block. Left hand's gonna start at the hip. I'm just gonna press this left hip back, letting that start the twist. And then you just open yourself, squeeze the thighs. The tendency here is that the head wants to kind of jut more to the left. Just take your head back a little bit. If you need to bend your knees, do that. Maybe you reach that left arm up, revolve triangle. Breathe. So I'm looking up, but you can look down. One more breath. Good. And then release. Good. All right, I'm just gonna step both feet like in the same line. Inhale and exhale, fold. However you wanna do this. Hands on the floor, on the blocks, whatever you like. Okay, I'm gonna take the hands behind the back. I'm gonna interlace the fingers with the elbows bent. Kind of walk the shoulder blades towards each other. And if it works to straighten your arms without punishing your shoulders, do that. You could also just have the arms reaching up to the sky, not holding hands. Good. One more breath. And then release your hands. Maybe to the blocks. We're gonna go pyramid pose with the right foot forward, left foot back. Take your time. Put your blocks where you need to. So again, I'm just gonna turn to face you so you can see I have my blocks quite a bit apart here. I feel like the left block is lining up with the left foot. The right hand's out to the side. Okay, now I'm gonna keep the left hand on the block, take the right hand to your hip and just press that hip back and let that start your twist. Just follow it. And then you could keep the right hand on the hip, just open the shoulder or reach up to the sky. Whichever one. Breathe here. So I'm really pulling that hip back. And then notice if your head is coming more to the right. See if you can take it back. Breathe. If your arm is up, open your hand. Good, last breath. Okay, return. Okay, from here, friends, I'm gonna take, maybe I call it a yoga break. Downward facing dog or child's pose. Whichever one. Close your eyes, come back to your center. Okay, 2 more breaths. Good. Okay. All right, from here. So if you're in child's pose, come to your hands and your knees. If you're in downward dog, we're moving to forward fold. So I'm going to bend the knees, maybe give a little hop or step. All fine. Drop in. Okay, find your way to forward fold. Use your blocks, hands on the floor, whatever you like. I'm going to take the hands behind the back again, find the opposite interlace of the fingers. The elbows are bent and I bring the shoulder blades together. Then maybe the arms want to reach up and over. Just feel stretch. A little discomfort, okay. A lot of discomfort, maybe not okay. In which case, just open your hands or keep your hands on the floor. Take one more breath. Good. Okay. Release your hands. Let's go to the blocks. Okay, I'm going to bring the left foot. I just walked it into center a little bit. Take the right foot back. Find your pyramid pose. So this is extended. I just walk the blocks out, drop down. But if that's not good for you, be wherever you need to be. Okay, take one more breath. Okay, now we're just going to pivot the feet. So keep the distance. Turn both your feet, let's say to point front, point to the long side of your mat. And then we'll bend the back knee, this is the left knee, it's the right knee, and just kind of take this little crescent thing that we do, but I've got this little twist thing happening. Good, okay, and then you'll bring it back, turn both feet all the way the other way, so we almost cross the legs. Okay, and you could be on the baby toe edge of that back foot if you need to. Bend your knees. Okay, now I'm just pushing the blocks away, or maybe I'll walk them forward if that's there for you. I'm drawing the hips towards the front of the mat. One more breath. Good. And then unwind. Turn your feet all the way to point straight like you had before. And then just bend that back knee. If that works for you, find your place. Good. Okay, and then point the feet straight. Okay, we're going to come to lift the back leg. So I bring the blocks in. So my shoulders are over my wrists. Feel the left foot. Lift the right leg up. And it can go a little bit, a lot. Flex through the foot. The right hand is going to stay on the floor. So bring the block forward if you need. And just see if you can take the left hand, maybe left arm out to the side. Lift through your belly. Smile. Wobble. Good. Okay, hands to the blocks. Feet in line with each other. Fold into this forward fold. Okay, this time I'm going to take the hands behind the Achilles here and just pull, if that works, you can have your knees bent, pull yourself in. One more breath. And release, find your blocks. Take the right foot in towards center and the left foot back. Hello, pyramid pose. Maybe you extend it or put the blocks where you need to. Good. Okay, we're going to come up again. So I've moved the blocks so I feel stability, and then lift the back leg. Now the left hand might go forward. Take the block with you. And then the right arm can come maybe just out to the side. So open through the feet, through the hands. Reach up, very close to the wall. One more breath. Good. Hands to the blocks, feet in place to fold forward. Okay. Okay, this time in this forward fold, I'm going to actually step on the hands. So I just lift the feet up. I can get the toes to the wrist crease. But wherever you go here, spine, bend your knees. Then I really anchor the feet and I pull the hands as if I want to pull them out. Breathe. Good. Oh, I forgot to do twisties on the other side. Okay, no problem. Release your hands. Find your blocks. Okay, we're going to step the right foot forward, left foot back. Find your pyramid. Okay, put the blocks wherever you need to. And now we're just going to pivot both feet so they're pointing long side of your mat. Bend into the left knee. Take this little stretch. So I just walk the left hand forward a little bit. Good. Then come through center and pivot the feet now all the way so the toes are pointing to the other side. Okay, now the right hand for me is going to go forward. I'm just pulling the left hip forward as well. Okay, pivot the feet all the way around again. Come back to that little stretch. Good. And then we'll bring it to center. Okay, here we go. Back to downward dog or child's pose. Yogi's choice. Good. Okay, take one more breath. Okay. So we're going to come back to that very first pose we did. So if you're in child's pose, come back to your hands and knees. We'll just drop the left knee down and just slide the left knee forward. Maybe we're going to bring the foot out and move into pigeon. So if that works, it doesn't need to be anything fancy. You could even drop the back leg and then just come down like, we do this sometimes. So I have that, my left foot is forward, I'm on my left hip. If that's better for you. Otherwise, you kind of bring yourself into full pigeon so that, the body is parallel and you're on that back. You're resting on your shin and the left hip is lifted. So wherever you are, just take a nice big breath. Okay, I'm just going to add the grabbing of the back foot. So I'll take the left forearm parallel to the floor and then bend the back leg, come up. If this works, you could be right over onto your left side. You can draw this in. I turn the hand so I'm on the top of the foot. I'm pressing the foot in. So, I'm all the way over on the left side. As we come more into this part, then it gets really intense in the thigh. So you can start off on the side. Maybe you bring it forward and wherever you are, let's take a nice big breath in. And then lovingly release. Okay, I'm gonna switch sides. So you might just come hands and knees to switch, or maybe a downward dog. Good. Okay, and then I'll set that right knee down, slide it forward, find your place here. So I'll move the foot over. I'll just show again, you might be right on your hip and just turn the back foot out and then come down. So you could be all the way over or you could be in full. Whatever works, find your place, be content. Breathe. Yeah, and then I'm going to take that right forearm parallel to the floor or parallel to the small side of the mat. You can lean right onto your right side. See if you can find the foot or not. And then I move the hand to the top of the foot. I bring it in. That might be enough. But if you're like, oh, I want more, then you just come more, to bring your body parallel where you're facing the floor. Breathe. Offer love, expand, and release. Good. Okay, I'm just going to come to sit for a moment just to integrate all of that. Just go to cross-legged or whatever you like. Close your eyes. Let's take one hand to your heart. Just feel all of that you offered yourself. Good. Okay, and then from here, maybe the eyes stay closed. We're just going to go to simple twist. I'm just going to put one hand behind, the other hand will go over to the knee. I didn't say which hand, you choose. Let's turn, smile, breathe. Good. Okay, whichever hand is holding your knee, stay there. The hand that's on the floor is going to reach up and over. And we're just going to take a little bit of a side bend. I'm just going to face you. So just a little bit of this, whatever this is, if the knee comes up, that's fine. Just push down, open. Good, okay. And then we'll take this arm across. I'm gonna hold both knees. So even if they come up a lot and you sink back, and then you just let the knees drop open. So you're here and they start to drop. Maybe the head drops more. Okay, now you know which way you have to go on twist. So that new hand is going to hold the knee, sneak the other hand out. You might even keep your eyes closed. Just find your twist. Okay, I'm going to sneak in a little change the cross of the legs here. Good. Okay, and then hand stays on the knee, opposite hand reaches up, the arm goes over, and you find this little side bend. Even if the knee comes up, just push it away. Good. And then find the other knee, find the opposite cross, and rock back. You know, maybe the knees come up, you cut your feet in. You start to drop the knees. Okay. The knees come down, your head might kind of rest in this little cross you created. Good. Okay, and then just release your hands. Stay in the fold. Hands to the floor. We're just going to take it into this little forward fold here. Nothing major, just an opportunity for the head to hang. And close your eyes, soften your jaw. And if you'd like to just gently turn your chin side to side in the way of just moving the head, very end of your practice. Good. Okay. And then just 2 more breaths. And then slowly walk yourself up. And as you come upright, good, we're going to move into Shavasana. Okay, so bring your props in. And I'm just going to put a blanket here for the head. And I'll bring in the bolster for the legs. Okay, put on whatever you need, friend. Make yourself warm and cozy. If you need another, oh, she has a nice little trick. So can you see my feet? I'll just take another blanket. So here, so I'm just going to sneak my feet in here and then just cover them. So I'll just put it down and then tuck the little feet in. Maybe even just tuck them in. Yes. Okay. Sweet. Good night, everybody. Just tuck yourself in. Make it comfortable. Support your head if you need to. Cover your eyes if you like that. And just receive all that you've opened. Everything just will receive this free flow of breath, of energy, and of great rest. So once you're in, maybe the mantra is, how can I do less? And settling into your inner world and feeling into the expansiveness and the space, the groundedness, the presence that you are feeling and tapping into, receiving and replenishing. That's a lot, but it's all happening in your internal world. Shavasana. Just staying in your rest and asking yourself, how can I do less? Just being with your breath, consciously following the path of your breath. And either staying as you are or beginning to invite in very mindful movements. Starting with the fingers, the toes, the ankles, the wrists. And if you'd like to, maybe turn your head gently side to side and let the feet and hands rest for a moment as you do that. And that might guide you to take your arms over your head and lengthen your legs. Just give yourself a nice big stretch. And as you continue this nice slow awakening, I'll just read this card we chose at the beginning. When you slow down, you begin to feel spirit in everything. So as you slowly begin this process of bringing yourself back, rolling to your side, and just tuning in to this great connection, mind, body, breath, spirit, the spiritual you. The place where we hold emotions, energy in motion, nice and calm, present. Whenever you're ready, you'll come to sitting. And again, we just take that moment to just feel this shift in energy, this shift in our awareness, in our presence into this body. And with great reverence, bring your hands together at your heart. Bow your chin, honoring all that you are and all that you offer. Inhale and lengthen tall. Exhale this breath. We'll join together in our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. We'll seal that with one Om. Inhale. Bow your chin and take a full breath in. Breathe into your hands, catch your breath. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Namaste. Lift your chin and open your eyes and offer this to yourself. So when I say Om Shanti, Om Peace, Shanti is peace. Om Namaste, the light in me sees the light in me. Light in me sees the light in you. Light in me sees the light in you guys too. Good. So with great love, namaste, friends. Thank you so much for being here, and I greatly appreciate your presence and your practice. Good. All right, bye guys. Have a great rest of your day. So much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you.